And this is a story concerning municipal broadband. You guys know municipal broadband is a issue near and dear to my heart. For anyone who's new to the show, municipal broadband is basically city-owned and operated internet. Towns that have municipal broadband typically have the strongest internet in the country at a reasonable price. The best internet in this country can be found in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They've had municipal broadband since 2014. Municipal broadband gets big cable out of our lives and puts the internet into the hands of people. It ends the net neutrality battle once and for all because we will have net neutrality written into the charters. Lucy likes the idea of it. Lucy's all for it. All right. So the nice, polite Republicans over at NPR did a piece on municipal broadband that's happening in the town of Bandera, Texas. They're getting a fiber to the home project. And the Institute of Local Self-Reliance shared this. So broadband internet is a fact of life for most Americans, but 21 million people do not have access to high-speed connections at all. In rural areas, there's a move to improve the situation. Okay, so here's some transcripts from All Things Considered. So here's what the host, Audie Cornish, says. Like clean water or electricity, the internet is now a must in most people's lives. But the federal government says more than 21 million people can't get broadband. Many of them live in rural areas. So if they had internet access, here, tell me if you think this is at least mildly condescending. Listen to this. Now, if they had internet access, it might slow the brain drain, spur innovation in farming, and breathe new life into local economies. Let's give these rural hicks internet, huh? They might find something interesting, or they might just waste their time. Maybe it'll spur something innovation in farming. If you live in a rural area, you must be a farmer, right? Who does anything else there? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe they'll actually do something in their local economy if they have the internet. Am I right? If they had internet, let's give these poor rural folks some internet. Maybe. Who cares, really? NPR. I wonder why people think they're elitist. I wonder why. Can't imagine. Oh, God, I went to this event not too long ago, and it was just an NPR love fest, and it was so freaking obnoxious. Like it was so just limousine liberal obnoxious, celebrating. I don't even want to get into it, but it was so gross to behold. It was such a gross experience. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that NPR enthusiasts, they only sleep in the fetal position so that when they're sleeping, they're still able to smell their own farts. I'm pretty sure that's real. Anyway, all right. So now they're talking about the same reason advocates used to promote broadband today were used 80 years ago to power rural America. This film. All right. So they're talking about how we also used to power rural America. Okay. On a quiet road, contractors from Bandera Electric Cooperative hang steel lashing wire from one of their poles. Eventually, it will carry high-speed internet to the county. Crews like this have hung 1,000 miles of fiber optic cable. Bandera CEO Bill Hetherington plans to offer broadband to most of its 30,000 members in 3 years. And here's what Bill has to say of it. He's in charge of the electric co-op. It's not about making money. You're not doing this to make money. You're doing this to allow your communities to survive and be here 20 years from now. So what's really going on here is that they have an electric cooperative who's focused on bringing broadband to their community. And because of that, they can afford fiber to the home. This rural place in Texas can get fiber to the home, which is better quality internet than most people have access to in their cities. That's better than what I have access to here in Los Angeles. And it's because it's not all that. I mean, a broadband project is certainly expensive and it needs to be done right. But it's an investment for a community. And it's more affordable than what we're paying now. Right now, similar to healthcare, we're paying a for-profit entity for our internet. And they're focused on price gouging, and they're focused on horrible customer service. And they're focused on cutting corners everywhere they can. And they can get away with not providing the best internet they can provide because they have an organized duopoly across the country. An electric co-op, city-owned internet, is focused on providing you, the city, with high-quality internet. and being sustained and funded by the city. So you're still going to have an internet bill, but it's going to be more reasonable than what you pay now, and you're going to get a better quality product. A town in rural Texas can bring fiber to the home. My town in Pasadena told me we couldn't afford that. Apparently, we can't afford something that they can afford in rural Texas because they have an electric cooperative committed to this. And they realize that the internet is essential for humanity, that the internet is the leading communication tool in our lives, and it is essential and is a utility like flowing water, and it needs to be treated as such. They get it. And NPR is reporting on it. Even NPR is covering it. NPR, which has gone significantly downhill in recent years because they started taking oil and gas money and Koch money. The Koch brothers help fund NPR now. So NPR truly are nice, polite Republicans. They have been for a long time, but it's been amplified in recent years. But they're covering this. I remember I saw a segment on NPR once about net neutrality. The two sides they had discussing the issue were a cable lobbyist and a cable lobbyist. I shit you not. But they're covering city-owned internet because this isn't a left or a right issue. This is a human issue, and this is a community issue. And I just got an email yesterday from somebody who wants to try to bring municipal broadband to Columbia, South Carolina, a town I have a lot of love for. My cousin used to live there. It's a really cool college town, Columbia. And I was actually there when they took the Confederate flag down. It was really cool. They took the Confederate flag down. And anyway, and this is what needs to happen. What is happening in Bandura, Texas now, which again, it's affordable, it's accessible, it's going to bring great internet to the residents, and it's going to take 3 years. It's a doable project. And there is an organization called Next Century Cities that will come to your city and assess it. So that's the thing. If you want to get this done, there's organizations you can go to get it done. And all you need, it's free for cities to join. All you need is a city council member to get on board. And by the way, I'm not saying that means it's easy because I haven't been able to accomplish that. I have not been able to accomplish that where I live in Pasadena. I have tried and I have lobbied. And, you know, this is really inspiring me. I got to get to another city council meeting and push for this again. So I'm going to work on that. And of course, I'm going to document it. But there's some news regarding municipal broadband. And it's some good news. Kudos to you, Bandura, Texas. And thank you, nice, polite Republicans, for covering this. I don't know why you had to be kind of condescending to people who live in rural areas there, but whatever.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make